Jessica.
And I'm Jessica, and together we are the Wine Mouths.
Welcome back to What's in the Bag? And our series on Terroir. So we're on to our fourth wine, and our fourth wine is the Sanctuary Vineyards Wright Brothers Reserve. And this is a North Carolina wine, hashtag NC wine.
Let's go ahead and pour some. So like Jessie said, this is the 2015 Wright Brothers Reserve from Sanctuary. And North Carolina is a very special state, obviously. But we have wineries all the way from the mountains to the coast. And this one is as far towards the coast as you can get.
Yep, on the Outer Banks.
Yes, on the Outer Banks. I've been there. You actually have not had a chance. So it doesn't count in our grand total. But yeah, they do some great wines out there.
This is a North Carolina wine, as we mentioned, and on the coast we have some intense heat. So it's North Carolina summers, hot. But because it is 3 miles from the ocean, there's also a lot of cool breezes coming in off the Atlantic. So this is one of the few places on the east coast of North Carolina that can grow Vitis vinifera varietals. So we get some European varietals because the Atlantic can provide some cooling effect.
That maritime climate we talked about in our last video.
Go check it out.
Yeah.
I guess it's that way.
Or somewhere. All right, so that brings us to our next point. So today we're going to be diving into soil, or digging in, I guess I should say. So there are 4 types of soil. You may not be aware. We weren't, or I wasn't before we really dug in. But basically they're categorized by particle size. So you've got, at the largest end, sandy, which is going to be like where Sanctuary is. So sandy, silt, clay, and then a mixture of all 3 of those is called loam. So sandy soil is the largest particles. It's going to be very well drained. The water can just trickle right through. It retains heat, and because of its large particle size, it's more resistant to pests than some of your other soil types. Not all pests, but it gives a little boost. Yeah. So then you have your silt. This is finer grained, and it's harder to grow roots into this kind of soil because they can't dig down in as well. And then on the smallest end, you have clay. So those are the finest particles, and clay really retains water and nutrients and stays cooler. So there's pros and cons to all kinds of soil. And then you have a mix of all of those called loam. And this is organic matter, aka humus, which is a fun vocab word. But this is very fertile, which is actually a bad thing for grapevines.
Yeah.
A little counterintuitive.
If you have loam, you may want to grow some tomatoes or something and not grapes.
Yeah. So those are your soil types.
Yeah. And so soil is a big factor, as we mentioned, with sand, with drainage. So there's a saying that grapevines do not like wet feet. So if you have water that pools up, it's not as good. You kind of want water just to go through and drain out. Temperature also is a play with soil. So that plays into with how the soil holds temperature. So different soils will retain heat differently. So if you have a rocky soil, there's some famous regions that have actual gravelly rock soil, but those will retain heat, and then some of the soils too will reflect heat back up onto the vine. So that's important, and that can help grow grapes even better. So Sanctuary, as we mentioned, on the coast. It has sandy soil. It's actually on ancient sand dunes. So all those factors with the soil helps the terroir.
Yeah.
And is why this wine is going to be fantastic.
Absolutely. All right, so just a little bit of history about Sanctuary itself. This winery is based on, or it's located on a old family farm. And they are linked back to the Wright Brothers. But not the Wright Brothers you might be thinking of with planes and 1903, the first flight and all that. These Wright Brothers were actually shipwrecked in Duck, North Carolina, which is the name of a town, Duck, North Carolina. And so they're linked all the way back to there and have ties going way back.
Yeah.
And there's actually a picture of them on the bottle.
Yeah, and this bottle plays homage to that.
Yeah, so pretty great. So.
Yeah, and this wine is a red blend, as we mentioned. So it's a blend of Tempranillo, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Cabernet Franc.
Yes.
I think this blend may change from year to year, but those are the 3 grapes in this 2015 blend right here. It's barrel aged, and so it's just going to be a really nice full-bodied red. And this one is a special one too. It's only available in the tasting room, so you need to go to Duck, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Check out Sanctuary and go try this wine.
Yes.
But first, we'll try it.
Yes. Get a lot of those oak tones, like the vanilla.
Little spicy clove.
It's got a great color too. Nice. Very well balanced.
Yeah. It's definitely got higher tannins than some wines you see in North Carolina.
Yeah, that bite.
If you were to drink this wine, you would never know that it came from the beaches of North Carolina.
No, absolutely not.
It's fantastic.
It's very good. This would pair really well with, I'm thinking chili.
Chili would be good. Steak.
Yeah, something hearty that can stand up to it. But it's got good acid. It's very well balanced. Still fruity. It's nice wine.
Yeah, that would be a special occasion wine too.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. So get yourself out, plan your Outer Banks vacation now, and go visit Sanctuary and get some of this delicious reserve blend.
Yes.
And I hope you learned something about soil.
Yeah, at least remember the 4 types of soil.
Yes, there is a quiz later. All right, thanks for watching.
Cheers.
And don't forget,
Embrace your wine mouth.